Octopus are smart.
That's not a fish.
They're smarter than a golden
Okay.
retriever, aren't they?
That's yes.
That's such a funny.
I like that.
That's
I
a
love
fact,
that.
I
I
think.
love that metric of
Yeah.
they're smarter than a.
I've also never seen a
retriever,
golden retriever with any thoughts, just vibes,
Yeah, but like,
which
you
is what I
wouldn't-
love about
You
them.
wouldn't kill a golden retriever.
Oh.
So we still getting hamburgers after this, or what? What are we doing? Welcome to Dictopia, you guys.
Welcome.
We're rolling.
We're live.
Today is a very special episode because we have a guest.
We have a guest.
One of our best friends in the world, BK Sharad. Say hi.
Say hi.
Hi, love you, everybody.
We brought BK
Off to a good start.
on today because he has good taste and he is also a straight man.
This is our first straight guy ever involved in
This is a
the-
dream come true for me.
Well,
I'm not gonna
on
lie.
the other side of the mic, on the
Yeah.
because we've got a harem of straight men doing stuff for us.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've let them speak.
Yeah. We have been silencing straight men's voices for as long as possible.
We're accused of that
Fair.
by
ourselves.
ourselves in the mirror. No one else seems to
our
care.
guiding principles. And look,
Yeah.
we're doing it right now. We're not letting BK say anything. No.
But
BK's like, sorry.
BK, we love him very much, and he just happens to be a straight guy. And we wanted to hear his thoughts on, let's say it on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. The happiest season. So
Acclaimed lesbian movie.
yeah, before we get into the conversation, because I know we all have like a million opinions.
So many
I
thoughts.
want to read like a summary of it.
Oh, that's a good
Perfect, yeah.
idea.
just to get everyone on the same page.
But if you haven't watched it, stop listening to this
Yeah,
and go
there will
watch
be
it.
massive spoilers.
Yeah, we're
just
Yeah.
so.
the spoilers are going to happen in second one
this,
once we start.
How old is this? 3 years old?
I thought it was
Four.
Four?
It came
Oh,
out in
wow.
2020. I remember because I was
Also, it's
trapped
3 years
inside.
old.
Wait, no. Okay, you're right. No.
Oh my
yeah,
God, that's so long
December
ago.
of 2020. Yeah, I was trapped inside, and I like FaceTime my best friend and was like watching it with him, and it was just like, what is going on?
A holiday romantic comedy that captures the range of emotions tied to wanting your family's acceptance, being true to yourself, and trying not to ruin Christmas.
My fucking asshole.
This is so faggy. Okay. Meeting your girlfriend's family for the first time can be tough. Planning to propose at her family's annual Christmas dinner until you realize that they don't even know that she's gay is even harder. When Abby, played by Kristen Stewart, learns that Harper, played by Mackenzie Davis, has kept their relationship a secret from her family, she begins to question the girlfriend she thought she knew. So
That's it? Wow.
yeah. So BK,
Yeah.
I want to hear what you knew about the happiest season before you started watching this.
So I knew it was a rom-com.
Okay.
It's really about it. That's all I knew. It was a rom-com.
Did you know it was about lesbians?
Yes, those were the two details I had, and so I was curious of how it was going to play out and like where it was going to go.
Yeah, we didn't
And
give you any.
You didn't.
We
and,
gave
we didn't give you any
nothing.
information at all.
and I
We
didn't
said,
read the
"Watch
synopsis
this."
either.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So I
you went in cold.
You raw
Yeah.
dogged this.
Yeah,
Nice, dude.
and the wardrobes were great. That was the number one thing. As soon as I saw a
Okay.
pair of Blundstones, immediately I was like, "All right, they're nailing it."
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
immediately
is that
I
the
ordered
one thing
some.
you liked about it?
That I will say, like, yeah,
blunt
but
with
mostly
us.
Kristen Stewart's wardrobe, because Kristen
Yeah.
Stewart
Yeah, she
already
got
was
dressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She looked really hot.
She was already like a fit inspo for me. Like I have like a Pinterest board with some of her like outfits on.
That's
it.
why we like you.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
you-
I think you just
Dressed
nailed why
like
we
a
wanted you to
lesbian.
be on the show.
yeah, BK's allowed to be on the show because he dresses like a hot lesbian.
Yeah, and he knows his history and that lesbians inform his outfit choices.
We also have a lot of like lesbian friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Which is
BK
pretty
informed
cool.
us that we were his second lesbian friend group in
Yeah.
his lifetime. That this
Well,
was
technically,
already
we were-
this was old news to his
Yeah,
ass.
he was like,
Yeah.
my lesbian friend's in Dallas. And we're like, you can't have another group of lesbian friends. It's not allowed.
They sound wild and like we're not gonna run into them unless we're at like a fight.
They-
Yeah,
Like,
if Tampa Baes ever goes to Dallas, that would be your friend group, it sounds like.
Dude, do you know what Tampa Baes is?
no.
It's a reality show that ran for one season about like lesbians in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And
Oh, this is like a reality show.
chaos.
yeah, it was chaos. The lesbians don't look like the ones here.
Okay.
They all have long hair, even the butch ones.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you could tell the difference because the butch girls got Botox.
Okay.
And the femme girls got fillers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was like
Interesting.
That's
the main difference.
There
Okay.
are two genders. You know?
Yeah. And
Some of the butches still wear a lot of makeup. And it's
yeah,
like,
some of
guys,
the butches still
sometimes
wear a ton of fucking makeup, and
We
they're
can
all
let it
travel
go.
nurses,
What
and
is
it
this
was
on?
wild.
Travel
Amazon
nurses is-
Prime.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, that's
Like
what
the
you can watch
party.
next with your girlfriend. Be like,
Yeah.
honey, I've got a great recommendation
Totally.
for some TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate and
Is that show coming back?
I followed it for a long time to see if they're. I hope for their sake it's not because it's
Right.
been like 4 years, and I hope they've moved on.
So it's called
Yeah.
Tampa Baes.
Yeah, like BAE.
Oh, it's so funny.
Remember that girl
Yeah.
on house arrest? Ugh, God bless her.
Oh yeah, she got married with her fucking
With her ankle
an
monitor
ankle
on.
bracelet.
Yeah.
It was
That rocks.
awesome.
I love that it's called an ankle bracelet. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a little accessory.
It's
like,
just a little state mandated jewelry.
yeah,
It's-
for my most important day of my life.
Yeah, she couldn't wait. That girl was like 22, and she literally
I
couldn't
liked
wait
her.
until she got her ankle monitor off to get married.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Love After Lockup?
No,
Oh,
but
That's
it
another
sounds
one. It
awesome.
reminds me of that because the best part about that show is you watch it and you're like, man, who would search for someone in prison or whatever? But then you start watching, you're like, these prisoners could do so much better than this like crazy person out here who's
Yeah.
like, because like they'll be like, why are you searching for love in a prison? It's like, well, I know where they are, and they can't cheat on
I
me.
was gonna say the
Like,
fuck up
yeah.
that.
I
dude.
think they could cheat on you,
The,
though.
the
for sure.
power imbalance is really off in that. Like someone with their freedom
Yeah.
choosing someone
It's a
who
dating
has none
show.
of their rights
Yeah.
with them. Ooh, I don't.
Wait, so it's a dating show where what's the premise of
So
the show?
someone will be in prison, and then somebody will not be in prison, and they like pen pal each other, and then they end up like like getting out of prison and then having a life together.
Okay.
And it's like, so like one guy, like he stole a car or something, and then so he was there for like
it
10
was
years,
just that one car.
and then
like,
and then he gets out, and then like he's just trying to like be like, hey, I'm out, I'm excited, I want to go hang out with some friends and stuff like that, and she's just like, where were you last night? Where are you going? What are you up to?
Oh my god.
And she's like, you've been out of prison for like 4 days now. When are we getting married? What's going on? And it's kind of like a
Yeah.
weird, like power, like you said, a power dynamic.
Yeah.
Because she's just like, I was with you at the worst point of your life, and you can't just give your
such
allegiance to me right now. and get
bullshit,
me. It's so
dude.
rough, dude.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Yeah,
I can't
there's
wait
a-
to watch all of that.
That's so funny because I was about to say there's a certain category of reality TV that I will never watch, and that is one of those.
It
Wow.
truly makes you think though, because when you first watch it, you're like, who's like going to a prison to look, and then later you're like, oh, like the people
do
out of
that,
prison
yeah.
are bad.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like they're just.
Yeah, they're taking
Yeah.
advantage of people in the worst situation of their life.
Well, they all have trauma, and you can hear them say certain things. Where
Oh
they're like,
man.
you can now, like, because once they're free, they start getting stressed. When they're in prison, they're like, oh, I'm so excited to see them. But as soon as they're out, they're just like, where are you going?
Real
What's
life
going on?
happens.
You have a phone now? What's happening? Who are you talking to?
No.
So,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
Well,
So the happiest season.
so back
season.
to just as
So-
depressing topic. This movie.
So two lesbians played by Kristen Stewart and Mackenzie Davis, respectively. I will say this: they have no fucking chemistry.
I
That is
know!
the
They
thing.
have
Zero.
no
None.
Zero.
fucking chemistry.
I'm like, have you ever seen anyone in love talk to each other? Because it was like line A, line B, line A. It was just so robotic.
You know what I got vibes immediately? Was Vanessa and Xander from Ultimatum.
Oh, you
Like,
thought they had Vanessa and Sandra?
Immediately. I was
BK
like,
making connections we didn't even think of.
Let's connect those dots.
I was watching it immediately. I was like, I have to protect Kristen Stewart, and I hate whatever the
Harper.
Harper. I hate
Harper.
Harper. Like immediately, I was just like, this is like I looked over my phone. I'm like, this is Vanessa and Xander. It's all over again.
Oh, you're so
happening.
No,
right,
it's so
dude.
true. But like the thing, so no chemistry, but they also made Harper like nothing. They made her so unlikable. There was
Yeah.
no reason to root for her.
Yeah,
in
that's
any
just
way.
it. They gave us nothing to hold on to with that bitch.
Until
Like,
Yeah.
the very end.
yeah.
And in the very end, you're supposed to be like, oh, she was hiding from herself or whatever. But it's like,
Yes and no. So the movie
Yeah.
was written and directed by Clea Duvall, one of the few lesbians that Hollywood lets do stuff.
Yeah, who I love.
And yeah, this is no shade to Clea Duvall.
Yeah.
I have a theory that the studio had a lot of notes
I agree.
on the original script,
Yes.
and they made it shitty. So
Absolutely. I mean, this was our first like box. I don't think it released to film because like
it was
theaters
like a
weren't
It's a
open.
Hulu original,
Hulu
yeah.
movie, yeah.
But like this was
Hulu-vy.
probably one of the biggest lesbian rom-coms we've ever had with like a big name budget, big name stars. And I think I'm sure they like red pinned that and were like, we need this to be kind of a happy ending for the masses.
I think they
Yeah.
sanitized it to an unrecognizable degree.
Yeah.
So, do you know? Okay, so something I want to focus on is Harper's sisters.
Oh yeah, Mary
I
fuck
love
kill.
Jane so
Mary
much.
fuck kill all of Harper and her sisters.
Oh, wonderful.
Jane.
Jane is the one that writes sci-fi.
It's so easy.
Marry
for me.
Allison
her.
Brie.
Yeah.
Fuck Allison Brie. Kill Harper.
this-
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
You
You,
know-
you said fuck Allison Brie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her name was Sloane. You know, Sloane
Yeah.
would be kind of crazy in bed because she like needs to let out
Because
some
her
rage.
eyes are like that.
Yeah.
So the
Never met
plot,
anyone named Sloane that was well.
No, never.
the plot that made it to the movie is that Sloane and her husband both were like really successful lawyers, and then they quit doing that to make like gift baskets, like
Yeah.
gourmet
Yeah,
gift
yeah.
baskets. And then we find out that they are divorced and putting on a show. I think that in the original script, he was gay.
I know.
Yes. He
All of
seemed
it.
so
Yes.
gay, and then I forgot about
Everything around that was like they still respected each other a lot. They were
only
still
a gay man.
Yeah.
co-parenting.
Only a gay man.
Like they made fucking gift baskets together.
It's so fruit. It's just like right
it's
there.
so fucking obvious that that is what the original thing was.
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
dickweed studio executive got in there and was like, you can't have 3 gay people. Like,
yeah. There's too many in this.
It was-
Make him making out with a woman,
it
please.
seems so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Like,
So glad you guys
clocked
said
immediately.
Because I turned to my girlfriend. I'm like, I think something's up. And then they opened the closet and I was like, I told you. I was like, wait, what? Who's
like,
that?
"It's
Yeah, I was like, who's-
woman?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
also
would've made-
that woman.
Okay, you know what would have been the juiciest thing is if he was making out with the high school boyfriend.
ooh.
Oh, that would have
That's
been
what I said,
so
yes.
good.
No, we
Or
needed
Dan
that
Levy.
high school boyfriend was a very believable,
He was
completely blind to reality of
Yeah.
some's lesbianism.
Yeah.
Like, hey, why didn't we work?
Was there someone else?
And it's like, bitch, you're in your 30s. Like,
Grow up.
You're in your 30s and you have the face of one of the hotter used car salesmen in town.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, get
pull
into that.
yourself up by your bootstraps
And get back
and
out there.
fuck a high school teacher. Like,
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
Or just move out of your town, you know?
I-
Yeah.
Or
That's
plan
not-
A that I originally
Let's
suggested.
not be realistic here,
Yeah.
because that's the thing. Nothing about this movie. My thing is like this movie probably would have worked so much better if they were like 5 years younger,
Yeah, but
early
also,
20s or something
Yeah.
like that. Because you just
You're
would
so
never.
right,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Like clearly Harper was like, hadn't had that many queer relationships besides Aubrey Plaza, who she fucked over
yeah.
Like,
that's the whole
in the
thing.
biggest
in
way.
the biggest way, and that was still unresolved. But like this just wouldn't happen. You wouldn't be in your 30s
Yeah.
driving to your parents and be like, yeah, I'll be
They-
in the closet for
well,
you.
they-
Turn the car around.
They also
know.
made the parents too likable to prove the point.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yes.
If they really wanted to show a household where someone was really fucking afraid to
Fearful.
come out,
Yeah.
they did a bad job. Like, the parents were uptight, but I've met several worse
Yeah.
parents that know about their gay kid. Like,
They also did a bad job of explaining the nature of Harper and Abby's relationship. Because she bought the ring, right?
mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, so you guys are at the level to buy a ring and propose, but not at the level that you've met her parents before. Or
that
also,
in movies
like,
always blows my fucking mind because
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
not how my family operates whatsoever.
It was
Right.
really weird because also like their only romantic scene they had was them going on the rooftop. But to me, that felt more of like a manic pixie dream girl vibe more
Yeah.
than like a hey, we've been in love in a relationship.
Well, they fucked
together
at
for a
Harper's
while.
house, Harper's family's
they?
house.
Oh,
Because like she
like, once
she
they were
fell
there.
asleep there.
yeah.
Yeah.
After Harper sent the most boring nude of all
I
time.
know, he said that too.
It was
yeah.
a dingy ass
Just-
gray
Yeah.
bra, just like here's what I'm doing, and it's just her little nasty
It's
ass
so
bra.
funny, yeah.
Like, come on, give us something Christmas themed.
It looked like
Yeah.
an accidental front-facing camera
Yeah,
photo
where
where she was
she's
like,
just-
what?
This is what I'm doing.
It did look like she was trying to take
Yeah.
a picture of a light
Yeah,
fixture
yeah,
to
so-
show the handyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they show.
Instead, we caught her in her
Ugh.
bra, like brushing her teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like working on her taxes right before she sent that.
Dude, you
Kristen
can-
Stewart's like, I'm gonna go sneak up through that. No,
That's where you just see like studio notes sanitizing
Yeah.
this whole
Yeah,
thing. Like I
so
think they
real.
made the parents too likable.
yeah.
Because that really was so confusing. They
Wait. You know what really bothered me too? This one scene really bothered me where she was like trying to sneak downstairs or upstairs or
right,
whatever.
right, right.
I'm like, you're friends. You can hang out with your friend. Why
Yeah.
can you not be alone in a room with
Yeah.
your friend? It makes no sense that she was trying to like sneak up there. They could literally be like, hey, we're watching a movie on my iPad together because we
Yeah.
just want to hang out. Like,
Use your
it would have
brain.
made much more sense if they were in their young 20s. Maybe the
Yeah.
marriage
Yeah.
thing wouldn't track as much, but just hiding a relationship.
Yeah, I just don't even think like I feel like the marriage thing was such a throwaway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they obviously use that as a tool to like heighten the stakes, but I'm like, okay, you've been together 1 year. Again,
They were together for a
it
year.
tracks. Yeah, 1 year.
So
Like-
okay, I was wondering how long they were together.
Yeah, they, according to the little animation at the beginning of the thing, it had been a year.
yeah, 1 year, which again
Oh.
I think tracks with you being like,
Yeah.
Because they met on New Year's, or like that was their first kiss,
oh yeah,
according
those
to the
animations
cartoon.
were rough.
So that rooftop thing was the first time they met.
no,
Oh, okay.
that was
that'd
their
been
first Christmas they had together.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The most realistic
Okay.
part of the movie is that Abby was a dog walker and also in
A
school.
dog walker with like a master's in art history.
Yeah, ready, getting
And
her
I was like,
PhD.
yeah, with that haircut, I believe that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was without a doubt someone Clea Duvall knew. Like
Yeah,
in her
100%.
world. It's like, this is my overly educated dog walker.
Yeah.
And she's making it into the story.
her knocking on the doors and dropping off the dogs. It's like this is really driving the point home that she's just a dog walker, right?
What
like
did we think of Dan Levy's character?
best.
Yeah, loved him.
Best
Yeah.
part
So
of the
good.
whole movie.
Yeah.
Except I feel like we're all just yelling about this. There's so much to get
I know.
into.
Nick's gonna have some sound editing to do because this is the loudest any of us have ever been
Nick's
about.
also gonna have some watching to do later tonight.
Yeah, dude.
No, okay. Dan's character was the best. It was like so realistic. You know, him showing up at the door.
Them being the lesbian and the gay guy being two besties, that was very believable for me. Yeah.
But then at the very end of the movie, where Harper comes to the fucking Love's truck stop to stop them.
He's like, I tracked your phone.
Dan taught me or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not cute. We are not rooting for you at all. And then Dan gives the nod of like,
I
to
know.
it. That is a fucking character
That is a
betrayal.
pussy. Dude.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I-
If he's staying true to his character,
Yeah.
he would have said, "Bitch,
Yeah.
run."
Or he would have just been on the phone, like, just let me know when you're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I'm seeing who's in the area, just kind of like,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm gonna go suck a dick in this bathroom. Just let me know when you want give me a ride.
Yeah. But again, the fucking studio wouldn't let that happen.
You know that the first script was so much more interesting. I think what is the biggest sin in this movie is that Aubrey Plaza and Kristen
Yeah.
Stewart
I know.
had
Oh my God.
the most undeniable chemistry.
Undeniable.
Yeah.
They were
want
ready to fuck immediately.
When they
like,
got in the booth together, when Aubrey Plaza got in the booth, I was like, let's go.
when they were even just fucking joking,
Yeah.
like on the street.
we
I
didn't
was like,
yeah. It's like we're foaming at the mouth
Yeah.
for that, and we
So,
didn't get any of that with Harper and Abby.
Harper has a type. It's girls that are much hotter and more interesting than her.
Yes.
Which I mean, like, what an awesome type to
Yeah.
Yeah,
have.
good
honestly.
for her. And she's like,
But
I'm
God
worried
for-
about my dad.
God
like,
forbid
Yeah.
they get together. You know,
that would have really made this movie a like best movie of my
that would have
whole
made
life.
it the happiest fucking season if
Yeah.
they just drove away and went and fucked in Philadelphia because I feel like that's where they were.
Yeah, I think that was. I think
Yeah,
this
so
was
they were in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
So
Yeah.
they lived in Pittsburgh, and then
Oh,
I
where they were
think
visiting or
they went to the main line, which is like the ultra wealthy, kind of more conservative
Gotcha.
suburban area outside of Philadelphia.
Wait, I thought they were like 9 hours away because when she tried to get
Pittsburgh
that
is
Uber
really far away.
from where?
Philadelphia.
Oh, wait. So I'm confused because I guess where were so the parents lived in Philadelphia.
like outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's what I was wondering because she tried because Kristen Stewart tried to take a Uber and it was gonna be like $1,000, and I was just like, wait, where
Where are you guys?
Yeah,
yeah. So I know this because when I was going to college in Philadelphia, Drexel, go Dragons. Why am I bringing this up so fucking much?
Moving on.
My friend Cora was an equestrian at Drexel. And I went to
you know what I mean.
I went to one of her, riding crop, honey. And I went to one of her meets or horse parties.
Is that what they're calling an orgy these days?
Yeah, 18-year-old Kate was all about that sexually open life.
President of the Gay Straight Alliance.
And prom queen. But
not like anyone's counting though.
we went to, and it was like a more conservative, super wealthy area outside of Philadelphia.
okay,
Ritzy.
okay, gotcha.
And that seemed to track for like
For the whole vibe. Yeah.
where they were.
Because then, so he was also running for conservative mayor. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
He had some they had some really like dog whistle stuff of like clean up the cracks or
Yeah,
something
but
like that.
they had to go for it, or else it just looked like
They
they were like family values, like
Yeah.
they had to fucking go for it.
They
or
had
else,
a couple very just like blatantly obvious moments of like when like at the dinner when they're talking about Riley, aka Aubrey Plaza's character.
Yeah.
They're like,
the hot
that-
successful doctor,
Yeah,
and they were like
yeah.
that poor family.
Yeah.
her lifestyle choices, and then it was just like
That was like quoting my grandma, honestly.
definitely,
Like,
but it
that,
just
that
didn't-
felt like one of the more realistic parts of the show.
Mhm. But it was like that was the moment, and then there wasn't that many other not like I'm like I want to see more homophobia in the movie,
Yeah.
but like
for the point of story, I kind of do.
yeah, like if Harper's so scared, I'm like, you're a fucking 33-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what actually felt very real was when Aubrey Plaza and Abby went to like the cool dive bar with drag.
That was so
and then
real.
Harper and all of her straight friends went to that
Yeah,
like fucking awful
yeah.
nightclub to do shots.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, that actually tracks between like
Types
where a
of
cool queer
people.
person would go in their hometown.
Yeah.
And where like 8 of the worst people you've ever met from your high school would go.
That was one of the points I cried.
You cried?
I cried a couple times.
Which,
Wait,
oh my God, tell us.
Let us hear them all from the top.
The Jane scenes really got me. Like when Jane was like,
When they were mistreating her.
yeah, when she was like, I'm tired of you guys treating me this way, because I think I feel that way. And so like when she like I cried at that part, and then when they fucked up her painting, and she's like, I put in 1,000 hours.
That
on
also
this.
was
really
so
hurt
fucked
me.
up.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, I feel that. I feel like, yeah, and then just like I think there's a couple points with Abby. I'm trying to remember that like made me cry. Where I was like, damn, dude. Oh yeah, because also the fact too that they kept being like, yeah, you orphan, you know, like just being like, yeah, like
insane.
we saved this orphan that's like,
Harper's orphan
Yeah.
friend.
It's she was a little too old to be called an orphan, I think.
but they really just did such
yeah.
a good job of setting up how bad they were fucking over Abby, where it's like, because so the car scene when she was like, so yeah, remember how I told you I came out and this happened?
Unreal.
And I was like, what?
The fact that she already was like, coming out to my parents was really hard, or like,
See, that's like the thing, because I think if she'd communicated like, hey, I tried, but I like, you know, like let her in on the thing. But the
Yeah.
fact that she was like, it went great, they loved it.
that
like,
gives you something to work
I
with.
know, and I was like,
right.
that's so fucked up, dude. You guys aren't on the
Yeah.
same team.
No.
And that's so important in a relationship to be like, yeah, like I don't even know what I would do. And then but then also then you kind of feel bad because you're like, oh, she doesn't have parents, she doesn't have anywhere else to spend for Christmas. Like she kind of has to. But also, what is Dan Levy's character doing for Christmas? Like she could have
hang
spent
out
it
with
with
your
him.
gay friend and like
you
go
know?
clubbing or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
in real life, Dan Levy celebrates Hanukkah. So I
Yeah.
don't know, but I wouldn't put
He
it
did-
past this movie to not acknowledge that.
Yeah.
right. He was literally just vibing
He was
and
happy
killing the
pet
fish
sitting.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kristen, you would have had so much more fun doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would have had a much better time like partying in Pittsburgh.
I was having so much anxiety while she was at the house because I'm just like, what are you doing? Just every scene, they like something would happen. Like fuck those kids, those two little
Oh,
shits.
yeah.
Those
Two
I
little
fucking hate
kids.
those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally when like they see her in the room and they're like, oh, you're in the room. I'm like, are these kids homophobic? What is happening?
I also
Why,
don't really
like-
know kids like that.
I don't either.
That are like
No.
haunted and
Yeah.
They were
mean.
haunted as fuck. They didn't smile one time.
Yeah, I don't know kids that keep secrets. I know a kid that would have
Right.
just said something crazy immediately.
Hello.
Or frame you for a robbery.
That's
Yeah, what?
I
That's really-
cognitively wasn't there at that age.
That whole thing was just an excuse to get Lauren Lapkus and that other guy. in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
movie.
yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
It was just like great. Like, I was
oh,
just-
the guy who's Jonah
on,
in
Veep,
Veep.
yeah.
How'd she get
absolutely.
away? Like,
What?
did she get charged, or what was the deal?
No.
Well,
She
she
gets
got banned
embarrassed.
from the mall.
Wait, she did? That's so
She
funny.
got banned from the mall, and then the kids like
Yeah, they admitted
at the
the last
end
scene, yeah.
fessed up,
Which
yeah.
was, I thought was really weird.
Yeah, they already got
We
away
stole
with it.
the. You know,
I was
it's
happy from a story. It was like Chekhov's little kid,
They
where it like
wrapped it
went
up,
back, and I
yeah.
was like, okay, good, so we resolved that.
Yeah, and
It's
so
a
now
pet
everyone
peeve
knows
when
that she's not a thief.
It's a pet peeve when stuff like that is left out in the open.
Left on
So-
It's
yeah.
such a mean-spirited prank. Like when the kids
Yeah.
are, they're like, "Hey, you know how she said she wasn't gonna buy this? What if we frame her for robbery?"
It's
Right.
a real crazy. I don't know
Yeah.
why they did that. Yeah.
Well,
Well, I guess they're
yeah.
going through a lot. Their parents are divorcing, so.
Well, they don't know that.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like I was also just kind of
yeah,
like,
what do they know about that?
How old are they? What did they know? Tell us everything.
Well, that's the thing because they don't know about because they're like we're playing hide and seek just like Abby and
Aunt
and
Harper.
Yeah, and also even that they're like what? And I was like, what do you mean? That could mean nothing. They're kids.
That-
How old
yeah.
are they?
How would you interpret that?
Yeah.
It was just like Harper's character. They gave us nothing to like go off of. Like
No
they could've-
reason to root for.
They could have made her like a little bit charming and like really fleshed out the
or have a
feeling of, like-
personality of
Yeah,
some kind.
anything, right? To like flesh out like the feeling of like coming out to your family because it is fucking hard and it's
Yeah.
really fucking painful and you just don't really care because you're
Yeah.
like she's mistreating her girlfriend, she's gaslighting her girlfriend. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like that's so fucked up. Like her
Yeah.
going out until 2 a.m. with her ex-boyfriend and then being like, what? Oh my God. Like,
You're
can't I-
smothering me.
You're smothering me. I'm
Yeah.
like, you brought her ass here.
That was
I know.
such
To
bullshit.
I was
to
yelling at the
pretend she's in the,
TV.
you know.
She was too old for that behavior.
Yeah.
too old for the
Yeah.
behavior and just too like, again, you know, they're not communicating. So she can be like, I'm really freaking out about this. I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry I put you in this situation. And, you know, whatever. Like, there's so many ways it could have gone. You're just like, Kristen, run. Kristen, run.
The excitement I felt though when she saw her and Aubrey Plaza walking on the street, I was like, "That's what you get. That's what you
Yes.
fucking get,
Yeah,
motherfucker."
absolutely.
yeah.
Ugh.
I wish that they had followed that because it's what literally everyone wanted.
I know because when they go to the drag like
Yeah.
dive show,
The bar,
like
yeah.
bar whatever, and like they were in the booth together, I was like, "Let's go."
yeah, I was
Let's fucking
excited for them
go.
to have a little like romance.
Me too.
Yeah.
But also, if you were Riley, don't you think? Obviously, she's a doctor. She's a grown up. She seems like the only person in the whole film with a good, besides like Kristen, maybe a little bit, but like
She's the
Wouldn't
most
you-
self-assured person in
she's
the movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you more than anything in the whole world
Wanna
want to
fuck
her,
Abby.
fuck
Yeah.
Abby
Yeah.
and fuck Harper over the person who fucked you over and made you have a horrible childhood?
I mean,
Riley's too good of a person.
spending
know.
but spending
She would.
time back home with people I've known forever does revert me to like
Yeah.
my worst version of myself, aka my 17-year-old version of myself.
Yeah, what's that called? Digression or something? There's a
Yeah,
word for it.
regression.
Regress.
Yeah, I snap back into all my insecurities from that age, and being around my family can do that to me too.
Oh my god, dude.
definitely.
Yeah.
And I think they could have done a better job of like showcasing that story in a way that's like, we are rooting for Harper. She's going through a tough time. This is a shitty situation. You know,
Dude, you can tell they have all those moving parts, and I really do think that like studio execs weren't ready for a faggy Christmas movie.
yeah. Because that would have been.
Repeat that, BK. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I wouldn't use those words, but I agree.
Whatever she
different
said, I
terms.
agree in a sense.
Yeah, on different terms. Because it would have looked like Abby saying "fuck you" to Harper and getting
Yeah.
with Riley.
Yeah.
and then they have like a 3-day hookup, and then she just goes home, and then
Or
everyone has a happy...
or the family being a lot more uptight about gay people. Like
Yeah.
overtly, or like even the shit where they were like, our dad makes us compete over everything. They didn't even show that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also say too, it like they didn't give enough for me to be okay with the Harper resolution. Like if they gave me something where I'm like, there's enough that she did, because she had like so many chances. First, she was like, I'm not gay, and
she
like,
sounds crazy.
yeah, she's not, yeah.
Yeah,
So
what?
she had every chance to like kind of redeem herself in small ways, and then she finally did it after everybody's gone and they're in private, and
Yeah,
like, you know,
like bullshit.
it's like, yeah. And then it just, they didn't give me enough for me to be like, all right, you know, by the end I was mad, and I was just like,
Me too.
no, absolutely
It's
not.
so maddening. The
Yeah.
whole movie is
So
maddening.
for the listeners, we gave BK no. We were like, watch this movie
and
talk
show
to
up
us.
and record this podcast.
And there was a moment where you could tell BK was worried that this was like one of our favorite movies.
this was our number one.
Because we were like, did you watch it? And he was like, yeah. We were like, no, we know. It was very funny.
What was the rating you said? Of...
It has an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That is unfucking believable.
I know.
No.
Is this like one of those things? Okay, so Love, Simon. Have you seen that?
No.
No.
It's like
Seen the trailer.
It's about like a gay high school kid, and it is really dumbed down gay shit. Like it's really sanitized. And I saw it with my mom, and my mom was really moved from it. And I was like, oh, this might be more of a gay movie for straight people, which is a thing.
Yeah.
Which is totally a thing.
Yeah.
And like it elicited positive reactions from her. So I'm not like dogging the whole thing.
Right.
But I think that's what the Happiest season became. Like this is a movie about gay people for straight parents.
Audiences.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Of like, they can change. Yay.
Yeah, but
like
only
even
on
for-
your terms, parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you differently.
Yeah.
Or even like for parents to be more open or some shit like that, to be like, hey, like, love your kids. They're biting for your love.
Yeah.
You could just give
But
it
it
to
Look at all the
was
shit
so-
your daughter went through,
It
and
was
then you're supposed to
so
feel
watered
good about that.
down.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
The real moment you can tell that they think this is happening. And honestly, maybe we're just too fucking gay to see it.
we
probably.
might be too queer for this.
But like when the dad gets the call from that cunty woman who I love.
Yeah.
Well, she's in some other stuff too.
is that Anna
she was just like-
Gassier? She was on SNL for a long
Yeah.
time.
Okay, yes, yeah, I
It's-
love her.
it's
She
like
plays that
whenever
character.
She was like, we can do this if you just, if she'll keep her love life, like, hush, hush.
Yeah, where she said
Like-
if Harper will adopt a don't ask, don't tell
Yeah.
policy. I'm like, bitch,
like,
grow up.
First of all,
Yeah.
Harper's not in the military in 1995, so maybe
Yeah.
relax.
And second off, Harper's not going to be naked with pasties and a fucking collar on at
Yeah,
the Pride
she's still
Parade.
a terrible dresser.
Yeah,
like-
she's a terrible dresser. She's clearly dealing with some repressed homophobia.
There was something funny when it was like, my mom's making me wear this dress. I'm like, it looks just,
But just like
all
what
the
you
other
wear,
shit
all
you're
the
yeah.
shit
wearing.
you wear, that's
Yeah.
your whole closet.
If she
That-
never said that, like, she's like, this was the present my mom was talking about, I would have been like, okay, I thought you
Like,
brought that.
All right, somebody
Like,
went to
pack that
Foley's.
in.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that's what you wear when you wear your little brunch hat on Sunday. Like, yeah. Like,
She does
fucking-
wear a fucking brunch hat. Ew. Just a certain type of lesbian. Like,
Basic bitches can have all sexualities.
yeah, and that's proven true by Harper.
Yeah.
But
Well-
no, when the dad is like, it's not gonna work out. Like, I think that's the moment that we're all supposed to be like,
Let's go, Dad.
thank God,
Yeah.
amazing. What? Like, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, something exciting actually is that actor, Victor Garbo, that plays
Yeah.
the
Him.
dad,
Yeah.
is one of the biggest zaddies out there. He's gay
Huh.
and has a hot ass younger husband.
Ooh,
Wow.
good for
And
him.
so in that way, I was
Yeah.
like, work, bitch.
Being
okay.
played by one of us.
Yeah, I was excited to see that. I always like seeing
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
I will say the mom, I think, was played to a T.
Mary Steenburgen
Yeah.
is a wonderful actress.
Yeah, she just the iPad, the getting the Christmas photo,
Yeah.
The
the hyper focus,
the nerves and anxiety around like enough dinner rolls for the party. Yeah.
that was honestly played and cast so well.
Yeah.
When her brooch was missing, and she was just
Oh
like,
my god!
hey, I can't find my brooch, but if it shows up on my dresser, no questions
won't be
asked.
mad.
Yeah, you're
Just
so
like,
right. I totally forgot about that.
What I want from Abby in this movie is to have some goddamn self-respect.
Yeah.
Get
You
out.
could see her getting it at the fucking gas station, and then Harper reeled her back in with her shitty turtleneck.
Yeah, and like really lackluster monologue.
Yeah.
The monologue was like, that's just gonna make you go to sleep. And yet Abby had to be like, yes.
I don't remember what the monologue was. Was it something about like I hated
Let's find it.
myself?
Yeah, it's
just
just like her explanation for why she's been acting this way.
Okay, one, we know you hate yourself, you're gay, like move on. Like that's
Oh my God.
that's such a base level thing at this point.
The Android
I
phone
love
budget
myself.
was insane on this movie.
The what?
The Android phone budget.
That's
Just
hilarious.
Every phone, I'm just
They
like, no.
were.
Yeah, they're all Android.
And
Promotional
the Jeep.
consideration was provided by Android.
Was it the Jeep or did I watch another movie? I've been watching a lot of Christmas
I don't
movies.
think
So
it was
it's
a
hard
Jeep.
to tell.
Okay, never
Because I
mind.
remember seeing Harper's car. I'm like, okay.
I love like ad placements in movies. I think
Yeah.
when they're done poorly, it's so funny. Like have you seen the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Not in a minute.
So I don't remember most of the movie, but when the girl who's at soccer camp gets a care package, it's like 2 bottles of Herbal Essence shampoo.
Stop.
I think Riverdale
She
has some
opens
moments
it and
like
goes,
that too.
"Wow!"
Yeah.
like holds it to the camera. It's like, what are you fucking doing?
Okay, I can't find the exact thing, but oh wait, no. Oh my God, the clips on YouTube are funny. They're like, happiest season, Harper and Abby almost get caught. Like, I love that people are
Which time? When they're on the
masturbating
roof
to that.
or when they were like, yeah. It's,
Maybe. Do you think gay middle schoolers got something out of this?
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully.
I always go back to
then
that.
it wouldn't be in vain.
Right. Yeah, but then it's like, what are they getting out of it? Like, settle for a shitty relationship?
see,
like,
yeah, I think it's a bad
that's-
message.
The messaging
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
bad.
Because at the end, because I genuinely thought she was going to end up with Riley. And then I was like, that's great. She found, because she has that quote where she was like, I want someone who's like comfortable with who they are now. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was
Which
like,
is
that
so
describes
valid.
Riley perfectly. So then
Yeah.
I thought that was a setup to them getting together.
Like,
Like that quote. Because it seemed like an
Right.
important quote that I was
It's
like,
so
yeah,
obvious.
point. Yeah, because
Yeah.
clearly Harper is not,
totally.
which is like, I get it and it's complicated, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, God, Abby would have been even so much better off like leaving alone.
Yeah.
We didn't need to even see Riley play
Yeah.
out. That would have been fucking realistic.
That would have been
Yeah.
hot.
Nothing
Yeah.
would have prepared Harper for a real lesbian life than your girlfriend fucking your ex-girlfriend. Like
Yeah.
that is literally
well, you're out now, baby.
yeah, Harper, welcome to the world.
You should know that when the movie came out, all the discourse was about how Riley and Abby had chemistry.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that
They had so much chemistry.
like it was all anybody took from the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Also, there's this scene when Dan Levy's character comes out with 2 jackets, and I thought he was going to do a bit where I was like, which one of these blazers is yours? Because Riley was also there and also
Yeah.
had the same blazers. And then he's gonna be
Riley
like-
was also looking
Yeah.
They're
really
big
fine
blazer
in
girls,
blazers.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was going to be a meet cute also, kind of like he's going to, which blazer is yours? Like, oh, the other one
And then Riley's
belongs to
coming.
Riley's. Let me go give it to her.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
know,
that
like,
would have
yeah.
been a good joke.
Yeah.
That would, and then they left together with Dan.
Yes.
Dude, I'm just giving
Perfect.
Clea Duvall the benefit of the doubt because she's
Oh,
so
absolutely.
cool.
Oh, absolutely.
She's so cool.
She's so cool, so hot, perfect,
Like,
etc.
She's
Your hands just probably get really tied. Like,
it's
I mean,
so fucking
we have so much more representation now, but it's like that stuff has to go through a ringer because
I'm sure if it was in theaters or maybe not a Christmas movie, they could have gotten away with so much more.
having it be realistic.
But you have to have some like bullshit about the meaning of Christmas in Christmas movies.
I know.
And
but
rom-coms
God.
kind of have to have like a nice sweet ending.
Yeah.
Like I think that's part of it too. Cause like I watched it, like I think it was Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
And it was such a good movie. And then the way it ended, I was like, what the fuck happened? This
yes,
is such a good
dude,
movie.
Yes, it was such an interesting plot.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you're like, oh, you guys are just fucking engaged?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it didn't follow what I thought was going to happen. So I think that's why like a rom-com, a theme of that is that twist. And it's
The
for
happy
people
ending.
who aren't broken and like have and like need that resolution.
My best friend's
know?
wedding, she ends up just being by herself.
Was it like an empowering ending? Like,
Yeah, it was empowering. She dances with her gay best friend.
interesting.
Yeah.
I just named one example of the last 30 years.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like, wait, this could have, to have a queer movie, right? It would buck norms, hypothetically, of being like, actually, I choose myself and I'll be happy with myself. And I think that would have made it like absolutely beloved.
So much better.
Among queer circles. But then I'm sure, the masses watching it would be like, I wanted her to get with Harper.
Yeah, because she was the other gay person in the movie.
Right. Like, it's not as fun to go be alone, but like...
It seemed like a twist ending to me. Like, when they got together, I was like, wow, they really got me.
They really,
they got my ass.
Was Bruce Willis dead the whole time? Like, that's fucking nuts, dude.
I couldn't believe it. Because, like, because I also was just like, wow, they're really hammering home that Abby has grown and is going to turn Harper down a third time.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then when she took her back, I was like, no.
You had me at, I've been tracking your location.
Weird.
That would have bothered. I have a real bugaboo with people doing that, of
Same.
like tracking someone's
100%.
location. I don't like that at all.
No.
It's a slippery
It's
slope
not
on
a
both
romantic
ends.
thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, though, it is really queer in that way to take someone back. You shouldn't be taking back for a third time.
Yeah.
We all know a lot of people
Gas
who have
stations
done
make
that.
people feel all sorts of ways, and sometimes
Especially the loves.
love is in the air.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
Love
so right.
trucks
Oh my
stop.
God.
I was like, what the fuck? This is where she's delivering her monologue?
Well,
Like,
this is the fuck of it, is that like it's
Everything.
It was like the only lesbian movie that year. So we have to like all watch it.
what
and-
other like
Portrait of a
big
Woman on
names.
Fire.
Okay, yeah. That
Lady
falls,
on Fire.
that falls into the camp of like period dramas.
Of historic, of course it's
Which,
sex.
don't get me started on Obedience. I
Yeah.
will watch that. That shit is hot. That is hot. You guys should watch that.
A girl
I'll watch
spits
it.
in another girl's mouth.
What?
I would not call Rachel Weisz a girl.
I'm sorry. Rachel Weisz spits in Rachel McAdams' mouth.
What?
And it's
Yeah,
hot.
dude, it's awesome.
And it's just like,
Crazy.
yeah. And then it's
Nick's
like,
excited. and your eyes got wide.
and then it's like Harper and Abby are like, they're so in love. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
come, which is like,
I'm so in love. I will go on add the fact that like there was something funny about how it looked like they weren't drinking. It's not like you can't make irrational decisions sober. But she was like, I just last night got so into the Christmas spirit. I invited you home, and I don't know if that's a good idea.
right. Like,
I'm like,
yeah,
is that
they
a
didn't-
euphemism for something? What the
Yeah.
fuck are you
They
talking
didn't
about?
seem drunk at all.
No.
They like had a little make out in the alley, and then retract it. Be like, honey, I'm sorry. I'm actually in the closet.
I
and
had
this
a
would be
lot
a bad
of mead,
situation.
and I'm closeted.
The eggnog, the oat nog was running through my veins, and I felt like
Our ethically sourced eggnog was a little strong.
Harper's not
and
that way though. Harper is a Starbucks bitch through and through.
Harper's a Starbucks bitch.
She's like, oh, there's a strike happening. Too bad, I'm going. Like, that's the type of person Harper seems
Who
like
do you
to me.
think Harper supported in the Democratic primary?
Well, wait, how
Ooh.
many years? have we been?
2020.
Elizabeth Warren.
You think so?
Yeah, Warren for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I feel like she's got
but maybe
some,
Biden.
I feel like she has some weird Klobuchar shit.
I can see
Oh
that too.
no, I forgot about
Klobuchar has a
Klobuchar.
relationship with the police, and
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
important. Yeah.
I mean, Harper's bangs.
But,
like,
but Harper
what-
probably is conservative because of her parents.
No, I feel like she's probably a recovering conservative because she's like, I'm gay now, so I can't be, and I'm gonna work on this.
But she's like kind of politically involved with her dad.
Well, she's a journalist.
yeah.
Yeah, and so
Because that's part of it. Because like her dad was
Right.
like, I need you on today. And I remember
Yeah.
I was just like, what does she do for work again?
The golden
she's
child.
a journalist. Because I
Yeah.
remember being like, the senator's gotta resign. That was the line that stayed
Yeah.
in there for some fucking reason.
So I don't know. Because I feel like her political beliefs are complicated. Like she would say that.
Yeah.
Like, if someone's like, hey, who would you vote for? Well,
Ew.
it's complicated.
She'd be like, I don't really like to talk about politics.
Yeah,
She's
totally,
like, I'm a
totally.
moderate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that phrase? Fiscally conservative,
Oh, yeah,
socially
fiscally-
liberal.
yeah.
I
She
feel like
would
that's
say
who
that.
Harper is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who my dad is.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Rough.
nice.
Yeah, because my dad is like very pro social issues, but
Mm-hmm.
like he's just like, I don't want to get taxed. Because my
Yeah.
dad's best friends are a lesbian couple.
That's right. Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
the best man at their wedding.
Which is so sick.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with his taxes, baby.
I know.
And
That's why he hasn't seen them in a long time because he moved to Texas and they're like,
Yeah.
we were not going to visit you there.
yeah, like hard
Yeah.
pass.
Good call.
It's not safe.
Kind of
Yeah.
a no.
Yeah.
Let's ask other questions. What do you think Harper's Starbucks order is?
Frap.
Yeah, I was going
All
to
times of the year?
Frappuccino.
I've
I
never
don't
seen anyone
know.
over the age of 14 eat one of those.
Well, they're
so-
making her act like she's fucking 14, so
Yeah.
she can have that.
What do you think her drink order is? I think right now she's drinking a lot of espresso martinis.
Don't fucking come for espresso martinis.
Wow, internalized homophobia much?
What?
They're delicious. They're really
They're
trendy
delicious.
right now.
Why are you associating her?
They're really trendy
with
right
a
now, and I feel like
grapefruit?
I'll bet a few years ago she was drinking a lot of Cosmopolitans and sour beer. I think she just drinks whatever the most popular drink
Okay.
is.
Fine. I'm not feeling attacked.
Yeah, no, it is clear.
I don't think she would probably be like, oh, the caffeine's too much for me. I can't.
Hurts her tummy.
Yeah. Which that is gay.
Why do I feel like Kristen Stewart only drinks like vodka sodas?
Yeah.
Just a vodka soda. That's
Like
all she wants.
lemon if you have it, but I don't really care that
Lemon
much.
if you got it, but I will just down this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I want better for her. Kristen Stewart. You know it's bad when in a movie Kristen Stewart is giving so much more life and personality.
When
Yeah.
she's the one with the most
Yeah.
personality,
When you're rooting
everybody
for her?
is fucked the fuck up.
Yeah, this is how did this pairing happen? Also, to me, it doesn't make sense visually that she would be with someone who's taller than her.
Okay.
Interesting.
That pairing didn't track for me.
I could see that.
Yeah, but that happens sometimes.
Some people are short sometimes.
Some people are short.
Sometimes people are short. But like just Kristen Stewart as an actress, like
Well, how tall is she in real life?
I'm gonna
gonna-
guess
yeah.
5'7".
I'm going to guess 5.
No,
4.
5'6".
Yeah, maybe. I think it's like a Tom Cruise thing where she's a lot
Yeah.
shorter than we think.
Probably.
So I said 5'4", you said 5'7"?
I'm retracting it to 5'6".
Kate?
I think she's 5'5". I'm
She's-
sorry.
oh, She's
Wait,
what?
she's what?
She's 5'5".
Oh, so
5
we were
foot
close.
feet, okay,
yeah,
nice.
I was
We're
one
right in
below,
between. Good
you were
job.
one above.
Let's see what Mackenzie Davis's height is.
I'm going to say like 5'9" or 5'10".
5'10", yeah.
She's 5'10".
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, Mackenzie Davis has been in a couple other queer things. I find her to be kind of a charisma vacuum. In San Junipero, I felt like she was the same way.
She was in San Junipero?
Yeah.
She was the main one?
Yeah.
Wait, wow. I've got to Google that right now.
I've never seen her before.
Do you watch Black Mirror?
No.
Have you seen any episodes of it?
Like one.
So there's a lesbian one that
Okay.
people really like.
Okay.
Same thing. Where
Okay.
it's like the one lesbian thing that came out that year. So we're all like,
That was actually good, though. I love that.
and it had like a nice ending.
Okay.
Which doesn't happen a lot in Black Mirror.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's called
The one I saw
San
was really fucked
Junipero.
up.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
was the one you saw?
The one with the guy that gets put on an island and he's like a pedophile or something and like
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is different than Pedophile
Yeah,
Island.
pedophile island where he had to like fight the other pedophile or whatever the fuck.
No, I know exactly
Yeah.
the one you're
Wait,
talking
I
about.
didn't see
This
that.
is
That's
a really
hilarious.
different
Someone
one.
put it on in a party. I was like, what are you doing? What is this?
God.
I've never seen the show before. I was like, is this what the show is?
I like to put like Mars Attacks on at a
Yeah,
party because
yeah,
the
totally,
background's
yeah.
really colorful and like,
that.
yeah.
It was heavy and I was like, I don't think I need to watch this
That's
show.
a really crazy thing to put on the background at a party.
What?
So San Junipero is about like when old people are either dead or about to die. They upload themselves to this like reality where you can go through any era and it's like a party town.
Oh.
So you can like upload your consciousness to like your younger self.
Oh,
And these
interesting.
two women meet and fall in love.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so good.
And it's like it's like
a tearjerker.
touching. Yeah,
so
it's a
good.
tearjerker. But I gotta say, in that, she also had a lot less charm than the other woman.
Damn.
I think she's kind of
I
a
could see
charisma
that.
vacuum.
All right. Well, yeah, they cast
Canadians.
incorrectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also
I-
feel like sometimes you can tell about an actor when you watch something. Because, like, I feel like I can, like, with everyone I saw, I was like, I kind of can see something or who this person is or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I got nothing from her.
No.
Like, I thought that was her first movie. She
Blank.
said.
It was just-
Like,
No,
yeah.
she's been on TV forever.
blank
crazy.
paper bag energy. It was. I wonder how she felt about it. Like watching it back. Because also like the script, the directing.
Yeah.
You know.
if they didn't get together, it made sense.
Yeah,
if they didn't get
exactly.
together at the end, the way they made her character bland and weird and bad and
Yeah,
not likable,
there was nothing
makes
for
sense.
Kristen Stewart to hold on to.
Yeah.
Like, she had done nothing yet that was cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it was her height.
And what
Maybe-
memories do they have
maybe.
that matter? Because that's the other thing too. If like they're like, you remember that one thing we have together? Like, I don't
Remember
know if
that
they
one
have
time we
yeah.
enjoyed ourselves? That never came up.
Yeah.
Never. At the end, she said to Abby, I remember in her like little monologue, she said, "We're family." I'm like,
Like,
well,
since
you
when?
fucking
Like,
treat
no,
your
you
family
have
like
a family.
shit.
Yeah.
You have a family, and they've been kind of a dick to Abby all week.
Yeah, and you have, so like it kind of tracks. But I'm like, this isn't a positive thing.
Yeah, that's
You can't be like, we're family, and then have Kristen be like, yes, we are.
Yeah, it's like, I guess she's
Yeah.
family to you because you lie to her all the time.
yeah. So in your fucked head,
Yeah.
that's family.
Hide your true self.
I think that my family would welcome Jane. That she would be like
Jane?
a welcome part
Yes.
of my. I think my parents and my brother and I would like be happy to have someone like Jane in our lives.
Jane was great.
I am Jane, and
Such-
nobody took me in my family.
We'll take you in
Thank you.
Yeah,
into our lesbian family.
yeah.
That's all I want.
But you can't tell my parents. So I'm
Oh,
kidding.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
Yeah, and then Allison Brie's character too. They really
I can't believe she fucking just outed.
made her so
Her.
fucking unlikable.
They out like you would never do that. You would never out someone like that at a fucking party. Like,
But also
you know
to
what
go
I mean?
from that to her acceptingness, like immediately after, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, they're all just like sitting at the fucking kitchen island, being like, "It's okay."
Well,
like, fuck off.
in Allison Brie's defense, she has an ex-husband who's supposed to be gay,
Yeah,
and the fact that he is not is really confusing
that's
for
confusing.
everybody.
Yeah.
She does say in that like fight scene, the best line of the entire movie. It was something like "back off, Sappho," or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like
Oh my
that,
God.
which is the perfect line for her to say. It's so funny.
If she's in the gift basket world and doesn't know a million gay guys, like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And lesbians.
Yeah,
I feel like the queer community fucking loves gift baskets.
Runs the gift basket game.
Yeah.
We're the only people who know how to take care of each other. No kidding. Just kidding.
Oh my God, BK still here.
BK, stay
Okay.
here. Oh fuck, sorry, I forgot about
Oh my
that.
God,
Oh, Nick,
we didn't.
sorry.
Oh whoops. Oh no.
Just like, come on, straight men are in the gift basket world.
Yeah.
Unless they're like a tech company and they're like,
Or
we're digitizing the
or unless
gifting
the
game.
basket is full of like that beef jerky with caffeine in it.
Yeah,
What?
That I always get handed out to me on opening day.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
and like a
Beef jerky
packet
with
of
caffeine in it?
yeah,
It's called perky jerky.
which
That
is
has
the worst
caffeine
name
in
I've
it?
ever.
I've
Yeah,
been eating so much of that.
Oh no, your
Wow.
eyes
Like,
are
not
so
recently,
big.
but I have.
That's
Like,
why
I
you're
have.
feeling up.
trembling.
Yeah,
That's why they call it that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
perky jerky has
should have
caffeine
read the
in
label. It's a
Fuck.
packet of.
it. Did you know this, Nick? Okay.
Yeah, I used to eat
Wow,
a,
know your culture.
when I did keto, I ate so much perky jerky.
Oh no.
Just for, like, a whole bag in a
You're like,
sitting
I'm
and
feeling
stuff.
so much energy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Fuck.
sense.
It's that protein, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has been handed to me multiple years. And the one time a year I go to the View House is opening day for the Rockies
Bro.
because it's like close to the stadium, and
Yeah.
it's just what I have to do.
Worried about you.
And I always get free perky jerky.
Wow.
It's like the bath. It's like a little like bag with like perky jerky and like a pack of like dude wipes.
Oh,
Like,
my
get in there,
God.
champ.
I'm sure I'm
Get out
getting
there.
free dude wipes this year.
Maybe a little dip for funsies.
Mm.
My last complaint is that when Harper comes out, you know, and it's like just the family alone. It's
Yeah.
like Sloane accused her of being a lesbian. And then Harper says when it's just them, she says, I am gay. I'm gay. And I'm just like, why can't you say lesbian? I'm like, even in this queer movie, lesbian is the term being used derogatorily. And then Harper is saying, I'm gay, which to me shows a lack of like, I mean, it's like internalized homophobia and
Yeah.
like lesbophobia.
Oh, I didn't even clock that, but you're so right.
I see it all the time because, I mean, this is just like I don't need to get on a soapbox about it, but like,
it's the whole point of our podcast is we're on a soapbox.
this is our
Yeah,
digitized
so
soapbox. Welcome.
Pop off.
But it's like, you know, words, they've shown this. I read this amazing book called Word Slut. Everyone should read it. But it's like words about men stay the same or improve in kind of their tone and intention over time. It's like ameliorate or something. There's some words for it.
Yeah, that's the word.
And then words associated with women get degraded over time.
Yeah.
And like lesbian is one of those words. Like
Yeah.
you see gay men, they're gay men. It's gay. This is the gay male community or whatever. Like within the lesbian community, it's like there's such a split. And it's like lesbian is this dirty word, and people like when they come out, like, I don't want to say lesbian. I don't
Yeah.
and it's like this was a great opportunity to say I'm a lesbian, and they didn't do
That's
that.
all they had to do.
And I thought that was sad.
Dude, you're so right. I didn't even think about that.
It's like it is the little things, right? Where it's like, oh, it's, and I get why it's more comfortable to say I'm gay because
Fewer
it's the
syllables.
fewer syllables, right? But like it's just like this is just another one of those like little things that I feel like does matter over time.
Yeah,
as we,
especially if it's about lesbians.
right?
Like,
You know?
not one bisexual in the bunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, an interesting thing that you were talking about language is that Mr. and Mistress used to be
Damn.
the same thing.
Mr. and Mistress.
Like Mr. BK
Yeah.
and Mistress Kate.
Ah.
But
And
now
now
Mistress,
it's like real different.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
so much like association of like, you know, the brothel owner or whatever, and it's just like so many words like that.
Yeah.
Because they're associated with women at one time used to be like a really great thing, and now they're not.
Or neutral at best.
Or
Just
neutral.
descriptive.
Could we take a neutral word?
Yeah.
We have a neutral thing.
And that's what Dictopia is all about.
yeah. Being neutral.
Neutral wording. It's all we ask for.
Yeah. I don't think we went subtle with our name. And I'm happy
It
with that.
wasn't. It's just not who we are, baby. So I say we wrap this up by everyone saying their favorite part of the movie and their least favorite part of
Love.
the movie.
Love that. Okay.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, my favorite part is when Riley and Abby were at that bar together, and they were in that booth and stuff like that. That I was just like, because to me that gave me hope. Where I was like, oh, this movie is about to like really be
Change its
yeah, like
tune,
yeah.
dude.
I was so excited.
She's
about
getting
that.
what she deserves.
Yeah.
In this like the sexual tension. I'm like, this is the sexual tension lesbians deserve on screen.
It was so awesome, dude.
And also, especially because the way they set up Abby's character to be just like her parents are dead. She's like here at this house that they don't want her there. Her like partner for years, probably maybe or however long the timeline was, has been lying and doing all this stuff, and then brings her in this terrible,
And
uncomfortable
being a little
situation.
fucking weirdo about it.
Yeah, she gets framed for robbery and
She
like
gets
all,
called-
like
God, the
Harper's
same day she was framed for robbery.
earlier
While
that
being,
day.
Yeah, but while being called Harper's orphan friend and seeing her fucking ex-boyfriend.
Talk about
Yeah.
Harper's Bizarre.
And, yeah. And also Harper lying about that, even like small details like the story of her, like where she left out the boyfriend was part of the story and stuff like that. Like they got
Yeah.
chicken pox and they were
Boo.
like trapped together in a room getting chicken
Doesn't
pox
he
together
look like
or whatever.
such a state trooper?
He does.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god, local sheriff energy.
So them getting together in the bar was such a reprieve for all that. I'm like, after everything she's been through, she deserves this.
Yeah,
And also this other
truly.
person who's like been fucked over by Harper, they're like trauma bonding together.
And
I'm
that's
like, this is
one of the
beautiful.
gayest things you can
Yeah,
do.
that's the movie we deserve.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite by
Nice.
far. And I think my least favorite is definitely when they get together. Like
Yeah.
at the end. Where like the gas station scene. Because like you said, Dan Levy's character, very out of character. Because I thought he was gonna be like,
He
Yeah.
changed his tune, but it might be on character because that guy changed his mind a lot.
Did he?
Remember when he was like, no, you have to go if she's not out. And then he was like, I've been thinking about it. And it was hard when I came out.
I just felt like that was kind of being a good friend energy.
Yeah.
You know, of him
Oh,
being
okay.
like, I kind of came on really strong and I'm sorry. Like, that's just kind of like
All right,
gay
all right.
placebo. Like, I'm sorry, everything's okay. You know, I support you.
yeah.
You're valid.
He
kind
like
of
stepped
shit.
back.
People pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because before he was very reactive in the moment. I'm just like, fuck that. And then he was
Yeah,
just like,
which is real.
actually,
I've been thinking
yeah,
a
I've been
little
thinking
bit
about it.
longer.
I'm
Still fuck
I'm
that,
here
but
for
here's some more
you
reasons.
as a friend based on what you want to do, and I have my own opinion.
totally.
You
All
know?
right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Dan. My favorite part was the ending, only because it was over.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, thank fuck. You guys, there was a point in the movie where I was like remembering how bad it was, and
Yeah.
I asked Sophie if we could watch it on double time.
That's something you
And
can do.
she was like, what? And we had taken an edible or whatever, and I was just like,
I'd also taken an edible watching it,
It's
and
the
I
only
said
way.
when scenes came on that I forgot about, I went, "Oh, come on!"
yeah, literally.
I'm like yelling at a TV by myself.
yeah.
Like, oh.
Well, it was like we had an hour left, and I was like,
Oh,
babe,
God.
we could be done with this.
But it's like
in
an hour and a
30
half
minutes. yeah.
See, I was sober, but so usually when I watch a movie, I play video games.
Yeah.
And so I was playing something. It's like not something I have to be focused on. But
No,
I,
it's
but then
ADHD,
I noticed.
it's okay.
But then I
Yeah.
noticed I started like watching the TV more. I'm like, wait, what? And then I put the video game down. I was like, what?
What the
What
fuck
is this?
happening?
Yeah, like I truly like I haven't watched a movie like that focused in like years.
Because you're taking notes on all the fucked up stuff
On
that's
everything
happening.
wrong
You're like,
with
hold
it.
on.
You're
I
like,
was
do
just like-
Lee and Kate like this?
I was like, what is happening?
I love that. I love that we didn't give you a
We gave you
drop
no
of
instruction.
intel.
That's what we got to start doing.
Yeah. My favorite part of the movie, obviously, Riley's scenes were horny, perfect living for that. But I think in the after, kind of like the showing the after, like Jane's success.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
cute.
Because like the dad was like, I've sunk our life savings into the campaign. First of all, you're fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what donors are for. That's not how campaigns work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The
That's
town is
on
too
our
rich for
follow-up.
him to use his own money.
Yeah, that's on Dorktopia. Where I
that's on
explain
Dorktopia.
campaign financing.
Thank God. But Jane in that moment was like, I'll sell my book and I'll provide for all of you. And then they pay that off
And it
in the outro.
worked. I thought it was so cute.
And like Dan is her like publicist or some shit like that. Like I don't know. I love that they were like besties at the end. I
Well,
thought that
yeah,
was-
obviously Dana would see that Jane fucking rules.
Yeah.
Like, she's the best. I
Yeah.
love her. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my favorite and least favorite.
Nice.
Well, when I saw him in the end scene, I was like, this is their last chance to have Dan with Sloane's husband. So I did
Right.
expect, because I expected them to
Dude,
pan out one
That
more.
would
I'm
have
like,
fucking
there he
awesome.
is.
They
Thought
could have
a
snuck
bit.
that
I know.
in.
How, like, have you seen Sweet Home Alabama?
Not in a
Yes.
long time.
When Reese Witherspoon's like gay coworker
Yes.
gets together with the gay guy from her hometown, it
Love
would have been
that.
like that.
Yeah,
That's-
that would've been
yeah.
and the people who would notice and feel really happy.
Yeah, just like,
Ooh.
I truly, for me, I was like, this is your last chance.
yeah.
You
Damn
could
it.
make
Credits
it
are
happen.
rolling.
Yeah.
Hurry up. Come
And I
on.
was like,
Yeah.
and then you don't even have to make a big thing of it. It's
Just
just there, and we
Make
know. and
him
I'm like, thank
gay.
you.
He's obviously
Yes.
fucking gay.
Yeah.
Obviously gay.
My
you?
favorite part was also the bar scene. But something I was gonna talk about and I forgot is the drag queens doing it
Yeah.
are two of my favorite drag queens in the world.
Really?
Yeah,
Aw.
Jinx Monsoon and Ben de la Creme. And they do a whole Christmas show together that I see every time it comes through town.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
So that was like, and those are songs that they like sing on their
I was gonna ask,
Christmas
yeah.
stuff.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so
I
that
love
was
that.
that was exciting for me.
That's
to
great.
You could tell the
see-
energy in there was good. Like you could tell
Yeah.
like it was like a good
Yeah.
like show that they were putting on.
Yeah.
And everybody there was like having an actual good time, and they just filmed a good time.
Yeah, like
You
it
know?
was just it's a place where I would be, is like in
Yeah.
that bar seeing that show.
Yeah, I thought it was the decor of it was the perfect. Like, this is a dive bar, but we also have neon.
Like a queer dive
Yeah,
bar,
yeah.
dude.
Which
like,
I love that idea. I would
Yeah.
love more of them in Denver.
we went to a place in Milwaukee. Oh fuck, I forget the name of it, but it was like a queer dive bar.
Love.
And it was awesome.
Oh,
like everything was so cool. It was all the aesthetic of like 90s arcade.
Cute.
But then in the back room, it was just a bunch of like black and white photos of like hot naked guys.
Perfect.
And I was like, yeah, this is all stuff I like. This is awesome. And then my least favorite was probably how obvious it was that I think that guy was written to be gay
Yeah.
and that they changed it. It felt like such a pussy move
Yeah.
that made the movie more confusing. And that is like, who won?
Yeah. You could easily see it forking off and like Riley and Abby being together. And like, I'm sure, I mean, that has to be, I'd like to think that was the original script or
Or
direction.
what
on
also
it.
would have ruled is if they didn't know how much chemistry they were going to have with each other. And then it just happened like
And then
on
they were like,
set.
wait.
Or how little chemistry
Harper
Kristen
and Ab-
Davis and Kristen Stewart and Mackenzie Davis were
Would
gonna
love
have.
to be a fly on the wall, like watching that directing
sounds
go
painful.
down. Oh yeah,
Clea
just to
Duvall
see.
also directed it.
Right, I know, and I just
Yeah.
would love to just see, You know, like what were her cues? Like, Harper, act like you like Abby. Like, you know, like the bare minimum of it.
Could you put just a fraction of light in your eyes and roll?
And
yeah.
Also, Sloane's husband had like with the whoever that lady was, the one that caught
the PR lady or
Yeah.
whatever.
The like campaign manager or whatever.
like
yeah.
that too. I was just like, this came out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
that made even less sense that it was that.
Yeah, because how
girl.
would they know each other? They don't all live in the same fucking town.
Yeah.
And like he really needs to get it in with her in the closet.
Yeah.
Come on.
He doesn't seem like that kind of guy.
He
Seems like a gay guy. Yeah.
Do you think they put him in the closet with her as a metaphor?
Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder who he was making out with in the original.
Yeah.
The
Damn.
state trooper, man. The state trooper, I'm telling you.
He was,
that would have been a great payoff.
he
I thought it
was
was gonna
such
be
a
him.
classic, annoying basic straight guy, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what happened to us?
man.
Like, those were the best times of my
Yeah,
life.
wasn't
in
it like
high
16
school.
years ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was
yeah.
like high school. or
Like
whatever,
half a
right?
lifetime
Yeah.
ago. Grow
Like,
up.
you gotta date another person.
Yeah.
Like,
had
and the
to.
mom being like, I invited him. Like, fuck you.
I cannot imagine any person I dated around high school that my parents would be like, we're really holding out, dude.
I don't think
might
my
be
parents
the
would remember
time.
them.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they'd be
Right.
like, who's
One,
that?
do they remember them?
Yeah.
Two, do they want us to date?
Yeah. Like, grow up.
16
Parents,
years
grow
or
up.
whatever.
That's too
insane.
long.
Yeah.
Well, BK, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for-
joining
Thanks for
us.
having me.
Being on the
This is so much fun.
pod.
Yeah.
We're
What?
sorry for subjecting you.
Should
for
we
that.
make BK watch Carol?
That would be a good refresh. That would be a refreshing.
Carol's fucking
Okay.
lit.
Carol, Tampa Baes. What else
Oh,
do?
I'm
Yeah.
definitely watching
You
What
Tampa
know
else
Baes.
do we need to
Dude.
give
Tampa
you?
Baes is one
Yeah.
season. You can really
I'm
breeze through it.
1,000% already watching.
Oh,
Okay, great.
fuck
That's
yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
It's on.
Text us what you think.
Yeah,
We need
absolutely.
All right.
to know. Well, everyone at home, that's been our
Thanks.
holiday
I forgot to
show.
look at the camera the entire time.
Did you? It wasn't in where it normally is.
Hi, guys.
But yeah, this is our last episode
yeah,
before.
we'll see you guys next year.
Yeah, we'll see you next year. Mwah.
Happy holidays.
Have the happiest season.
But hopefully better. Okay.